welcome back to my YouTube channel. Young Mommy Kenya here. I'm so excited. It's been a minute since we had a very serious conversation here on this channel. We've been having breakfast recipes, meals recipes, but it's been a while since we had a very serious conversation. But today I'm so excited because we're gonna have a very hot conversation. Drum rolls. Anyway, if you're new here, welcome so much to Young Mommy KE's channel. Remember to subscribe, watch, comment, like, and share. If you're my returning subscriber, thank you so much. Nawapenda sana, asanteni. So today, anyway, I'm not an expert in this field that we're going to talk about now, but nimeishiishi na I have observed a few things here and there, so I'd like us to talk about marriage. Anyways, I'm a anywho's. I like us to talk about marriage vows, and issues that come up after marriage or in a marriage, things that come up as you live with this other person. So as we all know, marriage is an institution ordained by God. Marriage is an institution ordained by God, but but by the end of the day, how far is too far in that institution? How far can you go? How far can you take? Like, how far is too far? I don't know. So I would like us to start with the wedding vows. And engage me, make sure you engage me in the comment section. So about wedding vows, all of us, most of us have attended a wedding. So kwa hizo wedding vows, one thing that is common, one thing that all the vows ikonazo ikonayo, it's about for better and for worse. For better and for worse. So what's the worst? If the worst comes to worst, worst to worst, what is the worst thing that you can take in that institution as a spouse as the other person in the relationship? Ni wapi, where do you draw your boundary? Where do you say, like, this and this and this I can take, but this one, no, you've gone overboard, I cannot take that, and hapana, hiyo haiwezi. At what point do you say that this worst is not the worst that I said during the vows? At what point? Because one, I like us to measure so much on loyalty, number one, and number two, domestic violence. I like us to measure on those two topics today. Okay, I started by saying that I am not an expert in this field. I'm not an expert, but where do you draw the line? Like, this hapa mazewe ni mtu wangu, but hapa uwezi pita, uwezi vuka hapa. Kuna hiyo ka boundary. So on the wedding vows, according to my thinking, the knowledge I have, I believe that when you say for better and for worse, this ka worse, me losing a job is the worst in this scenario. You going through sickness is the worst. Going through financial instability in the marriage, that is worse. You see, but now because of our wedding vows, I'm supposed to stick around during this period. I'm supposed to be there for you. I'm supposed to walk with you this journey. Like your issue hata ikuwe ni yetu wote. Like mi nikipoteza job yangu sahii, so my husband is supposed to be there for me, support me. So this is the worst, according to my knowledge. That, yeah, as in when worst comes to worst, that is supposed to be the worst. I don't know if you're getting my point, but the main point is, in marriage, when we have health issues, when there is infertility issues, when there is financial issues, all that can fall under the worst. But let's now focus on the loyalty part. Me going out of my matrimonial bed, is that worse? Is that a worse scenario that is supposed to be there, that we talked about during the vows? Are you supposed to sit back and say, okay, she cheated, that is the worst thing that can happen to our marriage, but you know what, I'm forgiving her and we are moving on with our life regardless? According to me, one, that's a choice that a grown up sat down and decided, you know what, I'm going out. I'm going out of my marriage. I really don't care about the other person. I don't care about how they'll feel about it, but that is my choice. I'm going out. And that's not something that we vowed before God and before man. That's not something that you're supposed to endure. You're supposed to maybe be forced to forgive me and act like nothing happened. I believe that the other person has the right, they has the right of saying, you know what, Lisa, this is where we draw the line. You've went overboard and I have the right of divorce. I have the right of separating with you because you've gone beyond my boundaries. You've gone beyond my boundaries. I cannot take that. Even if I'm gonna forgive you, I cannot take that. This marriage is not going to be the same place it was at. So there's this issue. We've seen several cases the past few days of ladies coming out and saying, you know what, he did this and this and this. And the church, the pastor, your parents, they were all there backing up the other person, like, you know what, you took the vows in church, you are supposed to stay there, you are supposed to forgive that person, you're supposed to move past that. That is something which is normal. It happens. Like, Kwanzaa, there is this phrase that annoys me. You go into social media, you go into social media and find like someone was asking about an issue, maybe the partner has cheated or nini. Sasa amekuja social media na kuuliza, hey moms, what am I supposed to do? This person ametoka nje ya ndoa, so nafaa kumsamea ama I should just pack my bags and leave. Then you find that 90% of the women in that group you find that 90% of the ladies in the group tell the lady, you know what, listen here, yes, he cheated, he's still your husband, you got to forgive him. Because of your kids. Does he provide? Yes. Does he treat you right? Yes. Does he pay the bills? Yes. So what is the issue? The issue is he cheated. And you unapata kiambiwa, no, you stay in your marriage. Pray for that nigga. Pray for him. Because it rains everywhere. Nachukia hiyo phrase sana ya it rains everywhere. Why are we forcing people to stay in places they feel like their boundaries have been violated? But sasa sisi, we want to close our eyes and stay there and tell them, you know what, you need to stay there and pray and hope that it changes, hope that things get better, hope that she changes. Na mutakuwa tu poa, wewe fanya nini, muombe. That's the best you can do. So mimi, I feel like there's more to that like we can teach our girls. First of all, if you feel that someone has gone overboard, not even our girls, everybody, our girls and boys, kama una feel mtu amefika kwa ile limit and according to wewe that's a no go zone, you have the right of walking away, you have the right of making any decision you want which may not harm the other person, but it will be a better decision for yourself. That is for one. So that's because, first of all, when that person decided to walk out of your matrimonial bedroom or your room or your bed, that is the decision they made on their own. You have nothing, absolutely nothing to do with it. It's not about the things you did not do for them. It's not about the things you did that made them so hungry or anything. It's about them. It's their choice. It's their character. Period. So we have to agree that whatever happened, it was their choice and it has absolutely nothing to do with you or anything you did or you did not do. So, and to our second point, it was about domestic violence. So before we go to our next point, we have this notion in churches, our parents, you see, they tell you like, you have to persevere and pray and hope for the best. But then again, yes, God hates divorce, but he hates when you are also suffering, you are his child, so why should you suffer? So what I normally say or what I normally tell people, if you are persevering, then that's not where you're supposed to be. Kama uko hapo na unavumilia, hapo si place unafaa kukua. You're supposed to be happy. Yes, kuna zile migogoro normal, zile vitu za kawaida, kuna zile ugomvi nini, yani the normal things that happen in relationships, but then ikifika hiyo point unasikia hapana, huyu msee amevuka mipaka. You're not supposed to still be there, sit there and pray and hope for the best. You're supposed to take a walk. Anyway, it's not funny, but you're supposed to take a walk. You're supposed to think about yourself. You're supposed to think about your life. And if it's not working, you are better off alive than to scare stories zingine. That's according to me. I started by telling you guys that yes, I'm not an expert, but these are things that I have really observed around. So if worse comes to worse, unasikia mipaka yako imevukwa, just take a walk. It's okay. It's okay. People will judge you. They'll talk for a few days and forget about it, but your life has to continue because everyone is important. Okay, on our second point, I say that we're going to talk about loyalty and domestic violence. So if it starts getting physical, emotional torture, that's not where you're supposed to be. Take a walk. Take a walk. Don't worry about what people will say. Don't worry about the name tags and the name calling out here in the society. That it is what it is. They'll always talk. Whether you do this or do that, people will find something to say. So choose you. Choose you in everything. Choose you. Sometimes it's really nice, it's really okay to be selfish about yourself, to love yourself too much that there's a point that when someone gets there, you're out, like, yo, I'm out. Hivyo tu, nimeishia. I don't care about what's gonna happen next, but I'm out of here. So nimeona a lot of our celebrity ladies coming out, speaking up about what they went through in marriages, in relationships, about how the partners got physical, and it's even worse if you are a man in this scenario, like when you're mwanaume and you are experiencing domestic violence. Man, it's really hard. It's really hard for our men out here. Sababu, the first people you open up to, maybe the boys, mko place na boys, and you're like, yo, you know what? This and this and this is happening. Na mimi napitia hii na hii. It's really sad because the first thing they'll tell you as a victim is, hey, mse, unapigwaje na dem? Unapigwa, unaona, yani, and hiyo ndo imefanya a lot of our men out here going through maybe your domestic violence, or going through any kind of abuse in their relationships, they don't speak up kwa sababu one, you speak up, you become a laughing stock, you become, yani it's like you're not even man enough, like unapigwa na mwanamke kwa nini wewe na wewe ni mwanaume, unaona? Sijui, I don't know if you guys are getting my point, but that is what I'm trying to say. Like, it's really, it's yes, it's happening to our ladies, they are going through this, and it's about time, kama religion institutions, kama parents, kama friends, if someone comes to you, they are going through ABC, don't judge them. Don't go out there and meet your mutual friends in their absence and make them a topic. That's not really cool. You're supposed to, alafu kesho msee kidedi, you are the first people to changa, you are the first people to buy t-shirts, you are in with their pictures and rest in peace, and you know all those things, like their pictures flowing on your statuses, trying to say, you know what, it was not supposed to end like this, it was not supposed to be this way, afadhali unge speak up, and yet when they did, you did the opposite. So it's about time, as a society, as a community, we try to embrace each other and be kind, because you don't know what the other person is going through. So the least you can do, yani the least thing you can do in this evil world sai currently is just to be kind. Just be kind. Kama we ni pastor, mtu amekuja kwako akakwambia I'm going through this and this and this, wewe mwenyewe unajua sahi tumekuwa tukiona news, people are dying, being killed, homicide cases zimekuwa mob. So instead of telling, like, you know what son, just pray first about it, things will get better, you know what daughter, pray about it first, nini, it will change. No, it's about time to embrace telling people, if it has gotten to this point, now it's about time for you to take a walk. It's that simple. Instead of telling people to pray and hope sijui nini nini, alafu inaanza kukua stories zingine hata ieleweki. Tumekuwa tukiona news, and it's really sad. It's really sad. Kwanza as a parent, kama sahi mimi I'm raising a daughter, I'm raising a son. So unakaa unajiuliza, really, kama sahi ndio tuko hivi, na sahi watu wangu watagrow wakuwe watu wazima, vitu zitakuwa aje? So instead of tungoje get to that peak, ikue the worst it can be, let's try and save our society now. Let's try and be better humans. Let's try and be kind, embrace each other. Saidia mtu akikuja kwako and try to confide in you, help them watoke hapo. We know ni ngumu, mostly ni ngumu. I've had experts talking about the trauma bonding, the bond that comes with, yes, this person is doing all this to you, but you cannot leave. Umehold on kwao, uko tu hapo. Maybe people are trying, wameshaona, they are trying to help you get help, utoke, but wewe uko tu hapo, you don't want to listen to anyone, you want to stay. So ni hayo tu kwa sasa. So I don't know how far according to you, how far is too far in marriage, in relationships? How far is too far? I don't know. Speak to me in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you guys think that we can do as a people to help one another, to, as in, turudishe humanity kwa society. Mi sijui tuongelesha nini kwa comment section, tujue ni aje. But according to me, those are a few things that during the wedding vows, when we said for better and for worse, those are the worst thing that was not supposed to be there. Like, we were not supposed to endure. Like, it is not what we were talking about when we said, you know what, it's for better and for worse, till death do us part. No, the worst in this scenario, maybe financial instability, maybe sickness comes in, maybe losing a job, hizo hizo ni worse in marriage, that we can say, yeah, this is the worst that has happened, and the least you can do as a partner, the best you can do as a partner is to support your person. But hizi zingine hizo ni side shows, hizo ni things that are not supposed to happen. It's things that are not even supposed to be there, they are not supposed to be there. Hiyo ni choice ya mtu. So ni hayo tu kwa sasa. Anyway, remember to subscribe, comment, share, click the notification bell. Bye bye. Thank you so much for joining. I love you guys.